Hello and welcome to Candy's Craft Corner. How are you doing? Today I want to work a little bit with the beautiful and fun Ho 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 paper pumpkin uh, set that it's the October paper pumpkin. It comes full of cute things as usual. I cannot really show the whole thing here because it's a mess already. I put it all apart. I've been investigating, taking pieces out of here. But anyway, let's get to it quickly. These are the three projects that were coming with it and the materials for it. First is this nice joy card. This is a season to be jolly, certainly. And it has like a piece that's has some die cut through here. And then it comes also with them these beautiful snowflake embellishments as well, and of course our Santa that you're supposed to, it comes like, I cannot show you the original, but then you have the stamp to stamp the outline, so you have to be really precise with it. And I didn't use the right stamp, the right block for it, because it's hard to see where it goes. Now I actually, if I do it like this, much better, but when you're like this, it's hard to see. Like, I messed it up. So out of my 6 Santas, I'll show you, we're gonna have a section soon called what not to do. Actually, I didn't check that I was live, and I would like to check that. Let's see. I don't see myself. Oh, there we go. Let me put it so I can see your comments, if any. Okay. Comment if you're online. I'd love to see you. So, as I was saying, like, I'm going to have a section called what not to do. Don't do what Candy did. Because, you see, this is how messed up I did this poor guy. This is a little bit better. But then, since then, I learned a trick that my friend Julia Green said, that sometimes if you use a good big block and you put it on the top, it's much easier to see where you're going, because you can put your hand down and then you can see exactly where your image is going to be stamped. And I didn't have the chance to try it with the Santas. But the good news is that the set comes with this Santa. So if you mess the ones up with the outline, you can start with the outline, stamping the outline, and then coloring it. And that's what, like, this is what I did, and this is one of the original ones. And it's not so hard to fussy cut this. So, you know, that's the good news. The only thing that you don't get here is the white eyebrows, but honestly, they're hardly noticeable, I don't think. All right, so that's, you know, I don't think I have to show you how to stamp that. It's very simple. And to color it, I used the blends and in cherry cobbler, light cherry cobbler, and then a little bit of pink, light polished pink for the cheeks and the nose. And then we have the light crumb cake for the face. But you can color it as you want. But I just wanted to keep to the original guy, you know, like the one that comes with it. So anyway, so this is one of the cards, as I explained. And then we have this beautiful Ho 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 one that's also a die cut, and it comes with vellum that is also die cutted to match with the letters here, and the really cute sledge with Santa and the reindeer. And Santa Claus is coming to town. Anyway, and this to me begged, like, oh my God, this is like a frame. So it begs to be made into a shaker card, which is what I did for one of my alternatives. And I only came up with like 3 little alternatives. I'm working on more, but I didn't have time to finish them in time for this. So we may have a part 2 of this Facebook Live. And this is the last card. That's very, very cute as well. I love this Mary because it has like the outline around the letters, so they have a little 3D effect. And this is the snowflakes that they come with the set. They're in different sizes, and this is the largest size. But if you run out of it, we have still in the catalog the wonderful snowflakes. They're very useful, very similar to these, and you know, very, very cool. All right, so let's get to it. Well, let's get to it. Let's show you what, like, I'm not gonna get to these because these are the ones straight from the box, so to speak, and you have the instructions, so I don't have to show you how to put it together. I think that you'd rather see how to put together some other alternative projects. So as I said, I made the shaker car with the Santa Claus is coming to town. I think it came out pretty nice, and I stamped it inside with a Merry Christmas. But this is like the fun part. And I used the balmy blue, what color is this? Bermuda Bay, Bermuda Bay color that comes in the cardstock, because this is one of the parts that comes with the kit. And then another project that I made is this card that uses the inside of one of the envelopes, because the envelopes are so cute sometimes that I hate to not use them to its fullest, because people throw out the envelopes. I'm trying to find the other envelope. Oh, it must be here. Yes, there we go. See, this is the envelope, and I put it apart, turn it apart, and hi Julia. And I turn it apart. I cut the sides so I can use the inside for decoration, because it's really cute. And then I'll use a white envelope for my final card. That's fine, because people usually throw the envelopes away and they keep the card, hopefully, if they're pretty. Anyway, and what I did in this one also, I used the Snowfall Accents puff paint. And I have a couple of tips with it, like, because it's been trial and error. The guy seems that he's been drinking hot chocolate, because there's a little bit of a bleed on the paint, because it picks up the ink underneath. So you have to be very careful to leave, to not touch with the paint anything that's inked, right, or stamped. But anyway, I think it still works. And it's very fun to play with it, and I actually got better, you know. So I have this one that is a little bit better, not perfect, but I think I may have another one that's even better than that. But anyway, we're gonna try. I'm gonna do one live and see. Like, this is like danger zone, but anyway, we'll see. All right, so this is another card, and then because I still had a little piece of the envelope, I made a little tag with it. And see, this is one of the Santas that got a little messed up with the ink, but I'll replace this with a better one now that I know how to get it. Like, practice makes perfect, right? But I just want to show you, because as I said, don't do like I did and learn from my mistakes. And that's a nice little tag. Anyway, so let's start with the shaker card. I love this card. I love the colors too. It's like non-conventional Christmas colors, so it's refreshing, I think. And what I did is start with, let me see my materials here. So let's see the original card. Then I'll show you the parts, because now I don't have the extra parts because I used them for this. So this is the car base that it comes with, and you see that it has like a slight tint of very light Bermuda Bay. So it's not white, it's off white, but with the Bermuda Bay. So what I did is I cut it in two, so I'll save the back for something else, and I cut it in two and in half, and I used this, I embossed it with a snowflake embossing folder, and I cut it to 4 by 5 1/4, and I embossed that. So that's gonna be your base, and I'm using like just a simple 5 1/2 by 4 1/4 black white cardstock, thick cardstock. I'm gonna actually make a better crease And I think I don't know why my camera is so to the left today. I'm gonna be off camera quite a bit because it's not centered. Maybe I should move. Okay, hopefully it will work better. So anyway, so what I did to begin with this, besides this part, is that I got a little bit of the Bermuda Bay. I don't know, I feel like I have too many pieces here. There's no room. But of course it's my house, there's never room. Anyway, so what I did is I put a little bit of the Bermuda Bay with a blending brush on the sides, just to give a little bit of color. Don't need much because we're gonna put the embossed part, so you don't worry if it's not perfect, because it's not gonna be seen. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna change the position of my ink pad. Just a little bit. Oh, that was really horrible, Candy. Okay, as I said, not a problem. Just blend, blend, blend. And we're gonna cover most of it with an embossed image. All right, close it so it doesn't dry. And it's just to give a little bit of color to the side. And it kind of mimics like the irregularities, mimics the sky here, that is like an ombre sky that we have on the car piece, which by the way, I should show you because we should use it. See how it has like the ombre side, so it kind of works. I think I like it. Anyway, so we're gonna have to put Santa's sledge here. Try to be as centered as possible because we're gonna lose a little bit of the sides when we put the foam strips to make the shaker window. All right, so let's get Santa. I'm using the block for something else, so I was. And I did it, I mean, you can do it in early espresso, but I kind of like it in the same Bermuda Bay, and I'm gonna put the message also in Bermuda Bay. And my happy Merry Christmas is inside the card, but it's cute. So we are gonna try to center it, not too much to the edges, so a little bit more tilted instead of like square like that, if I'm being clear. And where is my foam mat? Here. Oops, sorry, I hit the camera. Because this is a photopolymer stamp like all the paper pumpkins, so you need, I think that will work. Santa is rising. Yeah, came out really nice. And somehow I'm at it. Let's do the Santa Claus is coming to town message. Is this it? Yes. Okay, maybe I'll put it on the side. Make sure it's not too crooked. Sometimes the photopolymer, you can twist it, so you have to make sure that it's not crooked, or unless you want it actually crooked or curved, you can do that if you prefer. So I'm gonna use the guides, the how you call it, the squirty thing is here to help me get it as straight as possible. Not perfectly straight, but I'm happy enough. So now we close it, and now we're gonna put foam strips. I didn't have foam strips, so I used the foam sheets and I cut strips out of it. Not ideal, but you know, you do what you have to do. And another thing that you can do, which is what I did with my original card before I could find my foam strips, is use the side. Let's try to put it as much to the edge as possible. Okay, let's get this out. But you can use the side of your dimensional sheets, and see, I cut these like really thin, and I used those sides for my first card. Then I could find my sheets at least, because I don't think I have the strips per se, which we sell as well, and it's much easier once you have them, but it doesn't matter. You just have to be careful, because when you're cutting anything that has adhesive, then you have to clean your shears very well, your scissors. Otherwise they're not working so well when you do paper. And what I like to do from time to time is to pass a little bit of alcohol, like a paper with alcohol, and clean them that way. That's useful sometimes. This strip may be too big, so we put them around the edges, and then we cut. You can also measure the card, and so you don't have to cut. I'm gonna move this closer to the edge if I can. And now it's growing. All right. Alright, so now for the last one. I don't know why I took the paper off. You're supposed to do it at the end, so your hands don't get caught up. Alright, so now we're going to put the last piece. Oh, and I cut it too short. Thankfully, I have another piece here that I can put here to make for it. Yeah, so yeah, sometimes it's better to measure ahead of time. Don't do like Candy did. Alright. I'm gonna cut it right there where I mark it with my nail. There you go. This is all gonna be covered by window sheets, so don't have to worry about it too much. And by the way, one of the things that I love window sheet. I love doing things with that like mimic glass kind of. But if you don't have window sheet, we do sell it. But if you really want to use it and you don't have it available, you can use, this is where the stamps come clinging to, like the photopolymer stamps, and I take mine off and I put them directly on the case, and I keep the thin cellophane to protect those. But then I don't throw these away, and I keep them because they can be used for window sheet, like here. I'm gonna cut these. I thought I had a piece cut, but obviously I did not, apparently. And I'm gonna cut it, I think the measurements were 3 by 3 3/4. I'm gonna try it like this, 3, and this is it's almost 4. 3 3/4, a little bit more than 3 3/4. So I'm gonna do the 3 by 3. Okay, save this for another time. And this was this. Let's see if I did it properly. The paper trimmer out of here. Bring this back so you can see it. and it works perfect. All right, so now we're taking the tops out of this. And one day when I was making one of my first shaker cards, I forgot to put the, like, I closed the whole thing. It was perfectly done, and I forgot to put the sequins inside. And I always put not too many sequences, but I have to learn to put more because sometimes they get stuck in the adhesive, and then you end up with like 3. So now we're gonna be generous, and I'm also rubbing against my finger as I put them in, because if they get stuck, they get to be, you know, they have the tendency of being stuck with one another, so they get to be a little too thick, and then they get stuck in the middle of the window, in between the windows. See, here there's like more than one. Oh well, hopefully it will work anyway. And these are, you can use any sequence that you have. We have an assortment of them in different colors and shapes and themes, and these happen to be the snowflake sequence. So I'm gonna put a few more. There we go. Yay. Just for fun. Now I'm putting some on the, I'm taking too much time. We're not gonna have much time to do anything else, but anyway, I'm not going anywhere if you're not going anywhere. You see, this had like 3 or 4 here. There we go. Let's see. Put the window down. And then instead of using the frame that comes here, because this comes with the kit comes with this frame that you can just take out of here, and then you're supposed to put this part on the bottom. But I wanted a bigger frame, and so the whole thing shows, see, now the window is working, so you can see the message that you put. So what I did is I cut in silver and silver foil a frame that hopefully will cover my foam, and it does. Yay. All right, so I'm gonna use turn tape, because my experience is that this cardstock, when you use liquid glue, it takes a while to dry, so it moves around, because it's not as porous as regular cardstock, I find. Anyway, so I'm doing, sorry, I'm not doing it in camera, but I'm putting turn tape. I love turn tape. It's easy to use, it's very durable, very sticky. It's great to make boxes because it's durable. I like it. All right, and with my piercing tool, or you take your peel tool, whatever you have available, you can help yourselves to take the backing. And there we go. And then we have to put it down so it covers all the, oh, there's a little scratch here. Well, not a problem. That's where I'm gonna put my big sequence, my big snowflake. There we go, see? There's nothing that cannot be covered with an embellishment, the right embellishment, ribbon, or whatever, right? A solution for every boo-boo. I don't know that if this is actually my fault. It's probably, I don't know, when I took it out of the package. It looks like it's glue. It has to be wiped out like this. And it does. Yeah, there you go. Almost. Perfect. All right. So now we assemble the car. Because my message is already in the window. As I said, this is the message that I want to keep outside. I think it's really cute. And here's my liquid glue. Now we're going with the liquid glue. So I can adjust if something gets crooked. All right. Again, out of camera. Alright, see, I can just find the center and press. Voila. And what else are we missing? Oh, well, of course this. I like it a little bit towards the top, but you can put it center if you want to. But I kind of like it like this. Like the other one, so I can put the snowflakes in the corner. Right, some more liquid glue. I'll make sure that it's centered and straight. Try not to push too much in the plastic window so the sequins have room to play, room to shake. Okay, all right, and that's it. Let's put the final touches. So one of them, the white one, is the embellishment that comes, the snowflake that comes in the kit. And the silver one comes from the, what is it called, the set called? Snowflake Wishes, and it has the dies, the snowflake dies. So I'm gonna touch this with a glue dot. And glue that here. Put it in the corner. Little bit farther up so it doesn't get stuck when getting into the envelope. And another glue dot that I'm actually gonna fold in half so it's not so visible for my little one that I'm trying to center it like this, and voila, here's our first alternative. You like it? I hope so. So as you see, the difference here is in the shading, because when you're blending with the brushes you never know how much you do. I should have could have put some more on top or not, but you know, it's kind of fun. All right. Oh, and inside I'm gonna stamp a Merry Christmas, but I'll do that later. You don't need to see me doing that. It's simple. Okay, so let's move on to the second alternative card, since it's already a half hour since I started. On our second alternative card, as I said, I made it using the inside of the envelope because it's really cute. It's like the box, you know. I love those stripes, so I wanted to use them. And I have a better Santa because this one seems that it was drinking hot chocolate in the, can you tell, a little bit darker because it touched the ink on the sides. But anyway, you see, if you keep away from the outlines or anything stamped, the snow effects work very well for Santa's mustache and for the hat as well. and for the beard. So why don't we start making a Santa? Let's see if I can do it here. I don't know if I'll be able to do it on camera, but I'm gonna try, okay? So this is the snowflake, the snowfall accents puff paint. It's very, very liquid, so it comes a lot. It's hard to control. So as I said, it takes practice. So we're gonna try to, don't even have to press, to push, to squeeze, what I mean, because it comes very quickly. So it's just like move it around, and I'm doing swirls, so it kind of gives it a little bit, doing swirls because of the topic, you know, because I want it to look like a beard or like the furry white of the Santa's hat. So I'm doing the outlines, and I don't know if there's any here who bakes cookies. I don't, but I'm thinking I've seen many videos where they do the outline of the cookie icing, and then they do the middle. So it's kind of like the same system. I'm trying to get away from the outlines, the stamped, because it will pick up the ink. And then the other thing is that the more that you put, or the more that it comes out, because as I said, it's hard to control. Sometimes it comes too much, the longer it takes to dry. So now it comes the fun part, and I cannot do it in camera because I don't have an extension cord. But anyway, now with my heat gun, I'm gonna heat it up, and you'll see. It takes longer than heat embossing, which I was surprised, but it does. That is kind of fun. I'm waiting to use it for, looking forward to use it for snow, actually. I cannot really see what I'm doing here because I'm trying to, oh, I think I burned it. Oh well. Yeah, I burned it a little bit. But I learned that I can have a solution. It's like, it's hard to do it. I'm sitting down, I'm doing it stretched out, but I can put a little bit more over it. Let's see. And I think I'm gonna get up. And because it takes so long, you know, you better have your tongs or something to do it, to hold it, or you're gonna get burned. Oh no, they're still a little bit wet. There we go. Here's our guy. I think it looks pretty cute, and then you just have to fussy cut it. But with the magic of TV, I have one already fussy cut here. and we're gonna use that one, even though it's a little bit you know, touches a little bit the ink, but I don't mind. Looks cute. But let's get to the envelope. So this is the envelope that it comes with. It's very cute, but it's too cute for an envelope. So I'm gonna cut the sides so we can open it. I'm trying to use as like make sure that the blade side. Right, and on the other side. And now you have all this paper to work with. For this project, we don't need, you can actually minimize the crease with your bond folder, you see? And you still can see it, but it's much, much less, right? And you can do the same to where the flap is. But anyway, so I'm gonna cut a cut from the middle anyway, so because I can use the pieces for other things like labels or tags. So let's bring this again, and I did it. I'm just showing a little bit I did it in a base of cherry cobbler, and I'm just showing a little bit like an eighth of an inch on each side. So I'm gonna cut my envelope middle, so to speak, here, like a little bit under the crease. Save this for something else, and I'm gonna do it at 4 2/8. And saving this for something else too. And 5 6/8. Right, that was almost measure. And then we got our cherry cobbler base, just like 5.5 by 8.5 by 5.5, scored in the middle. Just regular, right? Regular card base, and just so a little bit of the red cherry cobbler peeks around, and that's it. So we're gonna use just glue to be able to play. And if you wanna then have like a strip of this, like this original envelope was on a white envelope, by all means you can still do it. But at least you use the most of it, plus have more materials for more cards, which is always a good thing in my book. Make the most of your kits. All right, let's see. There we go. Oh, you know, this moved too much. Yeah, I think that's it. All right. So now this is pretty simple. Now that it's done, of course. And we have, from the layering ovals, I cut one in cherry cobbler and one in white. The cherry cobbler one with the scalloped edge and the other one without the scallop edge, because I want to put my message here, right? So then let's stamp the ho ho ho. In cherry cobbler, a little bit to the side because I want to put Santa in there as well. Get the mat. Don't forget the mat. and a little bit up because we're gonna put the banner on the side. So like right about there. Oh, sorry, like right about there. Perfect. And we close it, and we are gonna also stamp the banner. If I can find my green piece of green, there we go. I think I got, doesn't matter because I'm gonna use Julia streak to put it on the very, very top before cutting it, and then cutting it very, very top of a big block. And I used early espresso, so you can read it in over the darker. And this Merry Christmas comes from, what set does it come from? From the Sparkle of the Season, but you can use whichever message you want. I just thought that ho 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 Merry Christmas kind of went very well. Put it on the top. It really is so handy because you can see exactly where it's going, so you can make it straight. And so thank you, Julia, again for the tip. And we're gonna cut it with the trimmer so it gets a little straighter. There we go. And we're giving it flat ends. I think I've done that before. Cut in the middle and then bottom to the middle and top to the middle, and then we have our little flag end. And same on the other side. Cut in the middle, bottom to the middle and top to the middle. Alright, and here's our other end. Clean my work area. We're losing light, but I think it's still visible. Now we mount this center, or how we want it. I don't know how it's gonna go, like this. Just putting a little bit of glue in the middle will do it. Liquid glue. And right there. Alright, then we get our Santa guy. Now I have an assortment of Santa guys. I don't know which one looks better. I don't know. Maybe this one. And what I did, I put a little bit of glue on the beard area. It's the one that is on the label. And then I'm gonna put dimensionals here. Oops, I forgot to close my ink pad, and it's not a good thing. Get a couple of dimensionals here for the hat area of Santa. This is our original card. Oh. And oops, oh, I forgot, excuse me, I forgot to mount this with dimensionals too. With 4 dimensionals. And this on top, so we can pick the scallop edge. The scallop edge peeks out, right about that. It's a little crooked, Candy. Let's try it again. Hopefully. Oops. I'm telling you, I'm gonna start that segment. Don't do what I did. It's just hard to see sometimes because I have the camera right here on my nose, so I cannot really put my head over it to see what I'm doing, but it doesn't matter. We can fix it. Let's see if this is better. Yeah, I think it is. All right. So now we're gonna put it this way. I'm gonna take this off, of course. And put a little bit of liquid glue here. Oh, and I forgot I have to put the big snowflake behind Santa. Let's find it before it dries. My glue dries. Then I leave it out. Well, apparently no. Not to worry. Here it is. I'm gonna use one of the wonderful snowflakes. And then we're gonna put this like about here with a glue dot, so this is easy and fast. Like that. And now still have the wet glue to adhere my message. Voila! And of course a couple of embellishments. For this I use these very cute red and green adhesive back pearls. And when you get the package, I think I made that, explain that, the anecdote before. It's like when I get the package, it's like, hey, this is not right. Where are the green and where are the red? They're all silver. Well, this is like kind of like a bluish, balmy blue, more than green in my book, but or maybe soft succulent. And these are the red ones, but they're covered by the cardstock here. So anyway, and where am I gonna put these? Where did I put them before? Okay, well, before I put them one here. I kind of like where I put them before. That's why I wanted to replicate it. But of course you can put them wherever you want. And 2, 3, 4, and 5. There you go. How do you like it? I think it's cute. All right, and then I don't think I'm gonna show you because it's kind of like the same thing, but I'm not gonna make it live, I'm saying. But I use a piece of cherry cobbler with the scallop tag end for these, and the extra piece of the envelope for the base, and then just another of the snowflakes with Santa on top, and I just stamped Holly Jolly. And this is like the oval punch that comes with one scallop and one single, and I just did it with the scallop side. And you know, it's a cute tag for some package. May replace this with a better Santa that is not burnt, or not burned, but with the ink on the side. It's kind of what I find hard about this puff paint, which I'm loving, is that it takes a long time to puff up, and then it burns very quickly if you're not careful. So you end up with the roasted marshmallow effect sometimes. But anyway, practice makes perfect, so I'm gonna keep practicing. So these are my little alternatives. As I said, I'm working on some more alternatives with these pieces here, and I may have another part part 2 of the alternatives for this kit, because it gets your creative juices flowing. So these are my little projects. Hope you like them, and I'll see you guys next week. Leave me comments, see what you think, and if you think that you'll be interested in seeing some additional alternatives, maybe I'll do that next week, or maybe I'll do something different if there's not that much interest. So just let me know, okay? Thank you very much, and have a good evening. See you next week. Bye.